but it's probably canon this big.
You never know. Just the mind games, man. Bringing out that DT as well. The double time on this. It is doable, but this map's just full of really old patterns. Lots of like triples and spaced stream sort of things. All distance snapped, because that was the thing you did back then.
So because I'm not that familiar with the mapping meta, I'm guessing that people don't actually do too much just straight up distance snapping for entire maps nowadays.
No, not at all. It's most people when they make maps now for standard, they don't even use distance snapping at all. But it used to be the case where 95% of a map was distance snapped. You only ever used jumps and whatnot at the most biggest points of the song. But now it's like people just map so freeform, it's completely different.
Jumps everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can definitely see it in this map. Although it's probably not necessarily a bad thing to do distance snapping, I guess, if you want something that looks consistent and clean, I guess. However, I'm not sure about like how fun it may be or something like that.
It can be doable. I mean, most people just go with that distance snapping because it's convenient, because people just do all sorts of spacing, but it can work well if you use it properly. I know like people like Blue Dragon or KTG, like really popular mappers that use a lot of distance snapping still, and it doesn't feel old or anything. It just depends how you use it, really.
Yeah, looking at this map, it looks very, like, for a lack of a better way to say it, it looks very mechanic. Not that that's a bad thing, but it just looks like all the circles are very formulaically placed rather than more expressively placed. The patterns still look, I guess, aesthetically pleasing. Like, they're very symmetrical and, I guess, right angles and all that such.
Look at all these 5-note and 3-note streams, man. That's crazy on DT. Everyone missing a lot, but no surprise, this is actually a really difficult map to DT. I think there's only 1 or 2 full combos on this, and it's been ranked since, what, 2009? So
that's kind of crazy then. And this is DT as well, so only 1 or 2 full combos no mod, or 1 or 2 full combos DT?
DT.
Okay.
There's a few more no mod. I don't even think it has a full scoreboard of no mod full combos though, actually. It's one of those.
And I believe that was Canada's pick, as this Genesis at Oasis pick is Germany's, I believe.
There we go, yeah. No mind gaming here. None of that. I'm not familiar with this map, but I do know Germany, with their warm-ups, they like to go hard on it with, 6.5, 7-star plus maps. Really jumpy, streamy, sort of mixed maps at a really high level for their warm-ups. So I'm guessing this is a similar kind of thing.
Probably. I mean, warm-ups can actually be like a tool, kind of scouting out your opponent, especially if you're unsure as to how they're feeling that day, or if you want to kind of, I don't know, mind games, maybe.
That's true. It's really true. If you're wondering, if you got like some particular pick in mind and you want to, see how they'll do on it, you can just pick a similar map on the warm-up and see how it goes. It's handy. I mean, a lot of people maybe not. They don't think that way, but I know some teams do.
I mean, because I've imagined that, I guess this probably doesn't apply to every single team out there. However, like, a lot of teams won't use this as their only warm-up. Like, this is a nice way to get the match, like, kind of ongoing. However, people are going to be warming up, like, maybe hour plus previous to their actual match, because 2 songs is hardly enough, especially at a very high level of play, for, I think, any rhythm game to fully warm up and be at your fullest potential.
Kyle, though, that hidden hard rock, everyone else just no-modding this.
he's feeling confident, I guess.
Must be. Considering this is probably really high level, I mean, if you see anything out of him, we'd be like, give him a golf clap.
However, Germany's definitely not showing any slides still. Neliel? How would you pronounce?
I usually just go with Neliel. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, but that makes sense to me, Neliel.
You can refer to Lukta for pronunciations, I guess. This is German.
Oh yeah. Got best of German on hand to make sure we don't bugger up any of these names.
But yeah, up until I said his name and he dropped, he was at the double S. Dustus now with the top accuracy on the German side.
I'm really adamantly watching Dust Ice on this one. This is the kind of thing where he shines. He's really good at this pure mechanical test. Not necessarily, well, he's excellent at technical maps. He's such an all-rounded player, but on the kind of basic but really intense mechanical patterns, like really wide jumps and streams, he really excels at. So I'm curious to see how he'll do on this one, because right now he's holding really strong.
It's not a full combo because I think he dropped at the very beginning. However, he is persisting with that above 99% accuracy. It's also funny to see how Kyle, being on HTHR, is still holding the second highest accuracy on Canada's side.
Oh, yeah, there goes Neliel. Just Dust Ice left on the German team on this one. Still going with that, well, almost FC. I really rate this Canadian team this year. I mean, last few years, they've always turned up well, but they've been very focused on one or two particular mods. A lot of their players were hard rock specialists, and they may not have had cover for other types of maps and other mods, but this year they have a lot of cover, and I think they could surprise a few people this year.
I think any wins that you can, not any wins that you can take, but rather any losses that you can avoid, I think is, I guess, the better thinking. Like having enough coverage so that you feel at least a base level of comfortableness on all of the map pool is pretty important. Now that Score V2 is a thing and team scoring is bigger.
Oh, of course.
And there's a break from Dust Ice.
Yeah, the FC. Well, I keep saying like an FC. It wasn't.
This section looks pretty abrasive here. There's some really nasty jumps there. Wow. Azer fails.
Yep, quite a few fails at the end of
that. 4 fails.
Deary me. Really difficult warm-up coming out of Germany. They do like that sort of thing. But that is the last warm-up. Going to be getting into the picks and bans now and see what these guys are going to be banning. Looks like Germany won the roll, so Canada gets first ban.
Roll 97. Alright, so Canada will be banning first because Germany won the roll. Do you have any insight on what they might be banning?
Against Germany, they have such a versatile roster, it's hard to counterban them because they can have cover for everything, but I imagine Canada will go with what they're weak at, and I think they might look to ban things like the AR8 hidden Poinsettia, which is a common ban, but I feel like that's something Germany might have the edge on and Canada may not be too comfortable with. Perhaps some of the DT, even though I think they'll have cover for that this year. I'm thinking... No, okay, I was completely wrong, never mind.
I mean, I did get to see that last time, and I guess it is a kind of speedy map. 218, I believe you said?
Oh, this is a no mod pick. This is 200 BPM.
Okay, so just 200. I forgot the actual BPM limit.
It is quite streamy though, and I imagine Germany will do really well on that, so makes sense.
Germany take that poinsettia, actually.
Forever banned Poinsettia. Forever banned.
And let's see Kokoro no Sumi continue its 100% pick rate.
There's still actually one map in the pool that hasn't been picked at all yet. The Supercell Hard Rock has been picked 0 times. It's been banned once, but never picked, so hopefully we see that at one point with a couple of games left.
However, remember history, the other double time pick is going to be selected first in this match. Germany versus Canada.
Straight out with that double time, trying to counter Canada's usual. When people think of the Canadian World Cup team, they always think of Hard Rock because that's what they've always been so good at. But I think this time they can challenge Germany on this double time pick. Actually, I think they'll be competitive on this one.
This whole match will be pretty close, especially like the difficulty of the warm-ups. I think is much higher than the difficulty of this map pool, and I think it can definitely go either way here.
Seeing Vinxis come in for Aza on the Canadian side. I do know Vinxis more for his mapping and music than for his play, but I do know he's a handy player. I've played with him a couple of times in multiplayer lobbies here and there. Germany making a switch as well. Gotta wait to see who comes in.
I'm a Gak. I'm Magak. Pronunciations, please. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Canada versus Germany is starting with Germany's first pick being Remember History. For all of you that are tuning in at this point.
Here we go. Show support for your favorite team in chat. Support your players. Most of them are going to be reading chat. They can see you.
Thank you. That's Kagami backwards. I'm just going to call them Kagami because that's easier on the German side.
That's the one.
Actually, Dust and Vinxis making early drops. However, that kind of evens them out, and it's still a very close match right now. Everyone pretty much matching each other in accuracy. Germany with a tiny bit of an edge, however, it doesn't look like very much as the drops happen in the same exact place. However, Kyle does make a drop right there.
It's going to be 3 FCs to 2 early on right now. Well, approaching the halfway point. Not too much in it, but Germany going to be running away.
Oh, that's massive!
Oh, that's rough. That's changed things. There's no FCs left on the Canadian side. Still got 2 on the German side. Looking really good for them at this halfway point.
Oh, both of them broke though. There's no FCs remaining. Everyone with a very small combo right now.
Man, I'm jinxing everyone today. Bloody hell. It's going to suit Germany though, because they have that 140k-ish lead. Decent buffer zone, considering Canada can't really combat that.
Yeah, and Carlos needs another drop right there. Unless Kaifin and Kyle can continue the whole combo and maybe Dust Dice and W3 also drop. I'm not sure if there's any other massive jumps in this, or massive quick jumps in this map at the very end or something. Because that's where it looked like everyone has been having a lot of trouble. Maybe overshooting because of nerves or undershooting.
Yeah, that is it. That did cause some problems, but it looks like Germany managed to bring it back up. Pretty close map, but point 1 will go to Germany.
That is pretty important, not getting a break on their first pick. Actually, looking at things, Germany has a really big accuracy, I guess, lead or uphand over Canada, just looking at the spreads. However, Kyle has 99.66 on this, 100 and 2 misses, so he's definitely not to be discounted. And now we will wait on Canada's first pick of this match, as that was Germany, and they go with Avalon. See, that is a hidden pick. The one that was not banned. And Azer does come back in on Canada's side. And B-Foul is also in for Germany's side for W3. Alright, and we will shortly be off into the second song of Canada versus Germany.
Avalon.
I guess this is going to be important for Canada because break early is never a good look for a match in the long run.
This bit has a couple of tricky hidden sections at the start, but for the most part, it only really picks up in the second half, so early breaks are going to hurt them, so we'll see how they do.
Although it looks like everyone across the board was kind of struggling with those jumps in that previous map.
People nailing those first little jump sections. Oh,
For Vinxis.
The Jinx again. Vinxis first dropping for Canada.
And again. Actually, first is also dropping on Germany's side, so this potentially could go either way, since Vinxis is going to hold a slight tiny bit of combo advantage, although he does have 2 drops to his name, compared to First's 1. Score still remaining very close, as I believe Canada is actually beating out Germany in terms of accuracy. Kyle holding that 99.2.
Yeah, the accuracy looking really good for them. They still need some combo issues.
On the slow section.
Oh, that is really unfortunate. Getting into the hard section now, though, so if early breaks from Germany can tilt it.
Stream, Azer makes a drop, I believe right after the stream. This is not looking good for Canada. However, the score's still very close, and Kagami almost fails out there. I think he missed like a little section of stream, most likely, and combo rushed.
Yeah, some small issue, but Dust Ice and B-Foul bringing it back. Got cover just fine. Looks like they're going to be taking this one for the second point of the match.
Barring some extra drops that potentially can come in. However, we are approaching the end where things will be settling down.
The lone full combo from Kyle, not enough. Great accuracy on his end, a good play by him.
Definitely.
Not to be. 2-0 to Germany early on with a Dust Ice and B-Foul FC. Well done to them.
That being said, it was still a very close match, I believe. It's mostly Kagami and Firstus being the two low scores on Germany compared to, I guess, a little less of a low score from the 3 players on the Canada side and Kyle just wrecking it with the highest score in this match. Dust Dice immediately says the other DT map, so we will go with Kokoro no Sumi to keep it at 100% pick rate.
It's got to be done. Everyone just seems to love that map. I wonder if in the... I don't want to, you know, play an oracle here, but I wonder if in the next game someone's just going to ban it because, you know, just to shut us down, you know.
Gotta get rid of 100%.
I will cry. I will just get up and I will walk away.
You want to see a sad dad beat? No, you don't. Regardless, this is Germany's second pick, having broken Canada's first pick. So this is pretty big for Canada, because Germany will start to just run away with things if they keep taking these. Neliel coming in on Germany's side, Trick Mirror on Canada's for Azer.
Germany going for that DT makes sense. They are very strong in DT and they're looking to try and exploit Canada. I do maintain they have good cover with double time, and this one is quite streamy. They're bringing in Trick Mirror and Ignite for this one. We'll see if they can counter Germany's double time dominance. Looks like we are all set, ready to go into this third map of this match. Canada bring this back? Because if it hits a 3-0 situation, Germany are going to be really rolling with it. So this is an important point for them.
I think it's really going to come down to drops at this point. Oh, Kyle being the first drop, which is really bad because he's been showing the highest accuracy and I guess best play on the Canada side. Having a break early is not a good show from that.
Yep, speaking of drops right there, yeah. But he's the only one right now. His team is holding strong, but Germany's still holding even stronger than that. 4 FC so far.
Yeah, but no double S's remaining. B-Foul and Dust Dice were, I think, the last 2 players to drop that. Dust Dice still holding a 99.8 at this point. And making a drop on the last part of that stream. That's massive!
That is really unfortunate from Dust Ice, but that's going to open up a route for Canada to take this back. Still going to need a bit more, though. But the score difference is only a very small amount, less than 100k.
Means that was halfway through the map, so that, I believe, pretty much cuts Dust Ice's contribution to Germany's score by a very large amount. And considering that Kyle is bringing back his combo as well.
They are slowly bringing it back. You can see that we're almost hitting a Canada lead right now. Just an inch away, 20k, that's it. They will make that back if they can all hold on. But they see that the game...
That's it.
Yeah.
Trick Mirror!
Oh no.
That might actually be it.
He's not happy about that either.
Definitely. Who would be happy with dropping at that point? Thinks this as well.
Yeah, that is the third point, surely. We see B-foul drop, but everyone else holding strong. German efficiency bringing this one back. 2 FCs, nearly Ellen Firstus with very good accuracy on their end too.
And that will give Germany its third point over Canada. And like, while it's seeming to be one-sided, I feel like it's a lot closer than it really is, because all of the maps have not been won by a very large margin. Azer looks like he's coming right back in. Ignite also coming out. And they're picking the other nightmare, seeing if Canada can wake themselves up and pull themselves out of this nightmare.
Oh, yeah. You are right when you were talking about this being much closer than that scoreline suggests. It's been fine margins for the most part, but that is all that Germany need, and Canada are going to need to pull something out right now. And Nightmare is a good one to do it, because Nightmare can definitely trip you up if you're not aware, or if you haven't got your mods set up correctly, the right players and the right mods, because this one gets really tricky, especially at the end. If you're a Hard Rock player, really small circle size on this, with approach rate 8 as well for the hidden players. I imagine Canada has been working on this.
Saving it for either desperation moments or something of the sort.
The pocket pick, so to speak. This is my prediction, but I do know they have been working on things. And I think this one is a really good one to make your pocket pick, because this is messes up a lot of teams.
I guess a real big question, though, is what mods are going to appear, because sometimes leaving mods off is going to be better for your score if you just combo things better that way.
That's true, but the thing is, both teams need 2 people with mods, and the important thing is who is to take those mods, because either Hidden or Hard Rock is significantly more difficult on this map in particular, so you need to get that right.
Incoming HDHR.
Well, some people find that easier than Hard Rock, actually, which kind of surprises me, but that's what some people prefer. So I wonder if we will see it, because we have seen a lot of double mods. People just preferring to take that hidden on the really high approach rate maps.
I mean, Kyle showed that he's fine with HDHR in Germany's warm-up. Actually, it's just 2 Hard Rocks and a hidden on Canada's side versus 3 Hard Rocks. So the mods do balance out. However, we're going to have to see how this plays out in the end. All y'all in Twitch chat, better give Canada your power if you want them to make this comeback. Also, those of you supporting Germany, also show your support for them.
I am a little bit surprised to see Azer going with the hidden. I'd figure he'd be a Hard Rock, well, go for Hard Rock on this, but he has gone for that approach rate 8 hidden, which is kind of uncommon. Everyone holding well so far, though.
Just like the previous nightmare, it's going to come down to who makes that first drop.
It's going to be Kagami. Oh dear.
Oh, wow. This map is actually fairly short.
The ending on this, though, is really unforgiving, though. Things can definitely switch there. Canada have that lead by just over 100k, probably about 150k once we hit that hard section, and it can turn in an instant. We'll see how it goes. And drops coming out.
Drop. However, this is the very end. Kaifen also, but Neliel and Karalis also. So there's 2 FCs remaining on Germany's side, 1 on Canada, and the score's flickering back to Germany's side. But Dokito fails? Dokito fails out.
Did he fail, really?
He failed. And that will be Canada's because Dokito failed on Hard Rock.
Oh, wow. Okay. It looked like Germany pulled it back on that ending. I'm telling you, it's unforgiving. But then
That is brutal.
Dokito. Indeed. It's going to be a point for Canada. They had the lead the entire way, but it was a gift in the end. Exactly what they needed. They needed to win that point, and they have. Next pick is Germany's, though.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like they really need to break this point as well if they want to actually keep this momentum going forward. Like, that's got to shake Dokito. Like, unfortunately, failing a map is just... It does a lot to your mental state, especially at tournament play level.
It's so important. Like, just dealing with your psychological side in these tournaments is so important because it can really mess you up if you're nervous or whatever. And we've seen it there, and we've seen it in the past. People failing at the end of maps. It happens.
Yeah, I think it's smart to sub him out for this. Maybe pick a map that's more... or that doesn't require him to be there. And Dust Ice coming back in for that.
Germany quickly picking their next pick, Catharsis. I believe that's Renbei no Searchlight, no mod, if I recall correctly. Yes, that is, yeah. Going for a more standard pick. A very jumpy no mod pick.
Yep, it looks like Germany's searching for a little catharsis for that previous loss.
It's clever. See what you did there.
I feel like that one was pretty easy, though.
Well, someone's got to take him, don't they? There we go. Heavily consistency-based pick. One that I feel could go both ways, but Germany have players that have played in so many tournaments. If they can get themselves sorted, I can see a 4-way FC on Germany's side on this one. And the players are in position, ready to go on map 5. Getting this one fired up. Canada looking to bring a comeback, but this is Germany's pick. Let's see if they can take it from them this time.
I think this was quite an early drop here. Although this is looking like much more of a jumpy map than anything.
Yeah, there's one large stream in the solo section near the end. But apart from that, this one is all jumps.
And I'm wondering if all the players are maybe feeling a little bit more warmed up since that first pick where everyone dropped all these jumps. Dust Ice and Kyle also making drops.
It's going to benefit Germany though with their 3 FCs to 2 right now. Going to be slowly building a lead.
However, Vincix did make his drop pretty early. So he's only like 50 combo behind the leaders currently. Everyone handling those back and forths really well.
Still pretty much even. The nose is the Germans that are going to be ahead by a little bit, but it's only 50k. They've barely gained anything on top of that. A break from Germany will tilt it pretty much instantly. All still pretty square right now. Props to Vinxus for bringing himself back after the early break. He's doing well now. Here comes the stream.
Everyone holding through that as well. Vinxus, though, misses a great deal, or a big chunk of that first stream, or the second set of stream.
Well, it's unfortunate. Breaking a couple of times now. And with Germany holding on through that, they're going to be looking really good now. There's not a lot of the map to go now. And 300k of advantage is a large buffer zone for Germany. Poor Vinxus. He did so well to bring himself back, and then that solo caused him some problems. His teammates are holding combo nicely, but they need an implosion from Germany right now. They are going to be running away with it.
Nelio breaking on Germany's side, but Vinxus breaking again. Score deficit at this point is probably a little bit too much to actually make up at this point. And Vinxus looks like either failed or quit.
I think he might have left straight after that game. That's so unfortunate. He did well to bring himself back, but unfortunately a couple of breaks cost him there. But the German team did really well on that one anyway. I think they would have took it either way. With that 2FC run from Kigami and Firstus, Neliel almost getting there, but it's their point, and it's match point for them at 4-1.
Canada now needs to win 2 of their own picks and 1 of Germany's, which is a very uphill battle, to say the very least.
The next pick is Canada's, though, so they can look to strategize and try and tactically pick this. Granted, things like a Nightmare have gone, Poinsettia has been banned. There is Extreme Fantasy on the board that could be used if they want to go down that route, but oh, they're going for Kunoichi, the free mod pick.
I mean, they did manage to take Nightmare from Germany, so potentially they're looking for another one. However, that previous one, I think, was because of a fail on Germany's side, so you've got to wonder if it's really the right pick. Kyle actually leaving, I believe?
Yep, looks like it. Subbing in for someone. This one, for no mod players, it's fairly standard, but for the hidden players, that's when this one becomes more difficult, because there are a lot of overlapping patterns, lots of tricky rhythms which are hard to catch with hidden, some tricky jump streams, really tricky patterns. For the hidden player, this is a bit nasty. Some people may even prefer to go hard rock over that, but looking at Canada's end, they definitely have the players that will be able to pop hidden on this and be fine. But it depends on who they bring in that 4th slot, which we're still waiting for.
I'm also curious about... Okay, it is Trick Mirror.
Ah, Trick Mirror.
Germany looks like they're also subbing someone out.
I wonder if they'll bring Dokito back in as a mod pick. Nope, they're bringing B-Foul in. I imagine for Hard Rock, he's a very consistent Hard Rock player, so I imagine he'll be one of the designated mod players for the German side. I definitely go as far to say this is a risky pick for both sides. That could go either way, because some of the nastier jump stream sections in this are really hard to hit, and I can imagine people dropping on those regardless of how much time they practice, because it's hard to get in a one-try thing. I guess that's what Canada are hoping for. They're hoping for the cheeky Germany breaks at those sections and Canada to hold on through the rest.
Especially with mods turned on, if there's like 1 or 2 sections that are just in general like a toss-up, then this could be what Canada is looking for. In any case, this is match point for Canada versus Germany. Germany sitting at a good 4 wins, poised to take this all over Canada, with one having a big uphill battle to actually take this from Germany if they want to. And both sides only having 2 mods, or 2 mod players. Germany with a Hard Rock and Hidden player, Canada with the same. Trickmare making the first drop pretty early on.
This is a map that really picks up in the later half, so that early break from Trick Mirror hopefully doesn't bite them too much, but it is a rather expensive early break, that one.
They're still actually holding the lead, though. I think it's looking from Kagami's accuracy, holding that 94, compared to Corrales, who's still at a 98 on Hard Rock. B-Val actually having a lot of trouble with this hit, and Kaifin making the next drop on Canada's side. So.
Yeah, B-Val held on till then, and so did Firstus, but at the moment, this pick is working out well for Canada.
Yeah, and I think the difference is that the people who have dropped on Canada's side don't have mods turned on, and Germany's side, both of their mod players have made, or actually only one of them have. However, because mod does give a bonus in score, that is better for Canada's side.
Yeah, as you were saying, the accuracies on the Canadian mod side really impressive. 99.4 on Aza's side and 98.5 on Hard Rock and Corrales side. So far, so good for them, but at the moment it's still very close. Just that mod advantage, like I said. That's it right now. But a hard part is coming up after this chorus. Really streamy section. Those Hard Rock players are going to get tested in a moment.
I'm just watching Kagami, and it looks like he's just releasing sliders early to get all the hundreds, because his hit accuracy is pretty on point. Multiple drops from all over the place, B-Val, Kaifin, and Corrales, which could be Germany's chance to bring this back.
It's just Kagami with the FC, and the Hard Rock FC at that. First just bringing his combo back. Trick Mirror is holding onto his combo, but it's not enough. Germany takes the lead through this section.
Oh, this is big, because Kagami is just going to run away with that lead if it doesn't break.
Some of the really tricky jump streams are coming up now, though. Kagami, if he can hold on through those, he guarantees a win, but it's going to be difficult for him.
Azer dropping also in those pretty slow jumps comparatively to the rest of the map. Corrales as well, Kagami holding on. Kagami almost broke in that transition. He got multiple 50s in that stream.
That's close for him.
My eyes are glued onto him. However, I don't think that's going to be enough, though. The map is so close to being over.
Yeah, Firstus with his combo is going to keep Germany firmly in the driver's seat for this one. Kagami, really impressive play to keep his team on top. It looks like that is going to be the decider, really. Germany takes this. 5-1, GG.
GG indeed. Knocking Canada, of all teams, to the losers bracket, where they're going to have to claw their way back if they want to come out on top.
Wow, it's like... And I know Germany were a very strong team, but wow. That is a very strong performance. A lot of the maps in here were close call things. They were very close score-wise, but I mean, you can't knock them for constantly being able to keep the pressure on, always keeping the advantage in their favor. For the most part, when Canada were winning maps, they had to come back to do it. But either way, to knock out such a strong team